This is Isis moving more into the forefront of this divine transmission. Welcome, leader of the evolution in consciousness, light worker, light leader, light being. It is a joy to connect with you on this day. You are invited to a very special rite of passage to explore whether this rite of passage is yours to partake in at this time. It is what we, for there are more beings of light that have joined, however, it is Isis, who is primarily the MC of this event, this workshop, the host of this workshop, that we are offering, which is a life review ceremony and manifestation workshop. Things have changed, as you are well aware of, being a leader in the evolution in consciousness, being a dialed in spiritual being, being one who is a stand for a new paradigm, a new earth that includes the recognition that you are a divine being. And because things have changed and you have many past lives within the same lifetime, there comes very potent and poignant times in your incarnation where taking the time to engage in ceremony, to really garner and integrate the last ascension spiral, ascension-desension-ascension spiral, the last evolutionary stage that you've been up to, the last activities in a very grounded daily way that you've been up to, and to review them, to capture, to integrate, to synthesize, and to have a deeper understanding of that past life within the life. And then to have that first step forward on the next spiral of your life path. And so that at its essence, in a nutshell, is what it is that we're up to in this life review and ceremony and manifestation workshop. Now, we know that it's not for everyone, and that's a good thing. Yet for those of you, and that's a good thing in the sense that there's a vibrational recognition. There's a sense that there's a divine timing. And yet for those of you that this is for, there'll be oh, I didn't even realize I was asking for that. And yet now that I see it, now that I feel it, now that I vibrationally recognize it, oh, thank goodness it's here. Thank goodness it's here. And if you've been tuning in to what we've been speaking about more recently in this year, as this is being recorded in 2022, however, this ceremony is calibrated throughout time and space. So you may find it in 2024, and it's still just as vital or vibrant of a decision. Yet in that decade since 2012, and Now in 2022, a lot has changed. You have lived many past lives. And taking the moment to be in ceremony to review that and to get the essence of that. We don't mean analyze it from your intellect. We mean a life review, which Danielle has written a beautiful note about that. You can read about that as well. We mean the life review, the interlife, before going into the next incarnation, where you have a flash in the pan of what it is that you've been up to. And then you jump into another dimension and begin from there. That's what's being asked of the spiritual community at this time. That's what's being asked of those of you that know that you're here to make a difference, what we're calling a difference maker, or a spiritual leader, or a leader of the evolution in consciousness. And you may hear those words and you say, oh, that's not me, because it may not look like Danielle, where she has a business and she's an author and she's leading a global movement. Yet you're a spiritual leader by who it is that you be. And so the form that that takes, the form of your spiritual leadership, leading from your vibration, leading from the higher awareness, leading from the recognition that you are multidimensional, that you are a divine being walking this earth. All of that is a dynamic contribution into the Earth Star. And so the life review also clears the decks and then is like that first step you take after the life review. And what that first stroke on the canvas is, then sets the tone for the next evolutionary cycle. So you may notice that things have felt crunchy or outdated, or there's a restlessness in your system, or things are going really well and yet you're going, that kind of feels done. Or there's been this, oh, I actually haven't been quite as in the sweet spot or in my lane of my mission as I could be. And that's just not possible to keep going on like that any longer. And so there may be a sense of dis-ease that you recognize to say, oh, I've been in transition and now it's time to wrap up that and move into this in a ceremonial way, in a rite of passage, in an honoring way. And there may just be this wave of, this movement of, wow, there's something that you've been surfing the wave, and this wave is taking you in that can be the same direction, yet at a higher octave. So we just wanted to share a little bit of vibrational handshake for those of you who are considering through this channel video, as well as you can read about what we're up to. We've kept it brief on purpose because it's going to be the vibrational recognition that really is what your sacred yes to join us is coming from, and that it is in response to your calling and your asking. So we are placing this on the offering plate to join us for the life review and manifestation workshop. And we will be having it live the first time, virtually, and it is being recorded and calibrated to have the full potency as a online course, online workshop, a recorded thing. So if you can't make it live, maybe the live event has come and gone when you found yourself to this page. Maybe you're busy during that time. Know that you were here for the live event, even though you didn't realize it. And then the replay is recorded at full potency. So you don't miss anything. You don't miss anything by not being there live. Of course, the live part is very fun, and we will be having a lot of interaction and community, because that's also what's really being asked for. So if you're feeling called to hang out with me, Isis, and the guides and Danielle, and this beautiful ceremonial council that's stepping forward for those of you who will join us, then we invite you to claim your seat for your life review. It's not a heavy thing. We know it sounds heavy. It's not a heavy thing. It's a beautiful thing. So we'll see you, if it's aligned for you, in the ceremonial temple space in our workshop to midwife the next evolutionary cycle of your incarnation. All is light and love, and we are all.